I'm Darius Syrossian from Do Not Sleep, the party and the record label, and we're in Ibiza now upstairs at Cafe Mambo. I'm here to talk about emerging Ibiza. I think Ibiza is important because I don't think there's any other island like Ibiza. There's lots of holiday tourist destinations that have clubs and parties and stuff, but Ibiza's unique because of the history that it has and the people that come mainly for it. I mean, obviously you have your commercial bars and clubs which are everywhere, but Ibiza has made its name for the acid house kind of house and techno culture, and it started off with the hippies, and I think it's still got that attitude, and I think that's what makes people feel quite hedonistic when they come to Ibiza, and that's what makes people have a good time, because they're trying to adhere to that history of the island. I mean, I've always said what I think, and I don't really like the whole VIP culture that's trying to take over, but I don't think it ever will really take over. I think Ibiza's got enough of a history and a culture, sort of, so to speak, to continue. And there's a lot of people that talk negatively of Ibiza, but I still love the island. I don't think it's changed, and you don't have to just come here to go clubbing either. It's a beautiful island, and I love it. And I've been here now. This is my 5th season as a resident for Space this summer. So tonight's the opening night. I can't wait. The residency at Space came about from a successful season we had last summer with Do Not Sleep, which was a privilege. It was a night Bones, Lisa and Neil started. I came on board after the summer. I was a DJ for them last summer. After the summer I was asked to come on board, and I joined them as a team. We did a couple of other shows at Amnesia and other places, and the show we did they were all great, fantastic. I loved the show we did at Amnesia. We did one at Space as well, and Space came to us and said, would you like to be doing your party here next summer? Which is like, what kind of question is that? You know, it's like the last year of Space, but even if it wasn't the last year of Space, it's such a legendary club. There's a lot of people coming down, there's a lot of tickets being sold, so I'm well excited. You know, it's going to be a good summer. I've always been somebody to support upcoming talent. For example, when I do my radio show, I have a segment on it called Unsigned Talent, which always plays music from some talent that's not been signed or heard. I know Josh Butler, he's absolutely smashing it now, internationally touring DJ all over the world. But I remember 8 years ago, he sent me a demo, and like I kind of guided him with it, and now he doesn't need any guidance whatsoever. He's smashing it, touring all over the world, and it feels good to know you help someone sometimes you've got the talent, but you need that platform to show it. So it doesn't matter how good you are. I know loads of people who've got an amazing skill, not just DJing but producing, and they don't get a chance to put that out there. Well, for this year's Emerging Ibiza, my top 3 picks, and I had 8 names. I could have picked 8, but I picked 3. Mirko Di Florio from Italy is the first one. We kind of took him for Do Not Sleep last year. He's from Italy, really sound guy, top guy, but fantastic DJ, fantastic producer, and he's touring all over now. You know, this year's really picked up for him. But I just want to give him like people to actually take notice who may have not heard of him. He's signing to some big labels as well now. You know, I know that a lot of the top labels are looking out for him, but he's really, really talented guy. So he's one of them. Naira, a lot of people might know because me and him used to be a duo back in the day, like when we first started in 2008 producing, and then obviously we signed to Viva Music and stuff, and then he decided it was a lot of pressure for him because he was a lot younger, and he became a professional cyclist, and he competes, and he's won a few competitions, and if you look on his Instagram, you know, he's like old Tour de France, that kind of stuff. But we've kept in touch all the time, and he actually signed to Secret Sundays as well, and a few other vinyl-only labels. He's really passionate about it, you know. And he called me like a while back, said, Darius, I really want to start doing it again. I said, well, why don't you? What's stopping you? And he's produced 3 tracks which we've signed to Do Not Sleep, our label. And I can probably say the one person I learnt most of DJing was him, you know, when we used to play back to back years and years ago. And it's great to know he's coming back, and we're going to do one show with him at Space, which we haven't announced yet. It's going to be when we do the Sunset Terrace, and we've got some shows with him in Liverpool and London and Leeds, but he's very talented. So he's called Naira, look out for him. And then there's Latman as well, who I don't really know him personally. I've spoke to him on the phone. He sent some tracks, and I've noticed a lot of every track that he seems to do does really well, and there's a lot of people looking out for his work, so I think he's going to do well, so I picked him as well. It took me 15 years from having decks to be able to properly be playing out. So I actually didn't get a first opportunity. I had to start my own record label. I was working in a record shop. I used to do coaches from Leeds to Manchester so I could play at the club, because the club knew they were making loads of money out of me, and that I'd play upstairs and I'd absolutely smash it. So I did it for myself, and it was a lot of hard graft. But this is why emerging Ibiza is important, because not everybody can have that. I don't know, I'm just a workaholic, so like I had my own record shop as well, so I was in the music industry, so it was easy for me. But if I had a 9-to-5 job, I'd have no chance, it wouldn't work. So this is why emerging Ibiza is important, because it lets people have that opportunity to channel their music and for the platform for it to be seen. Do you get what I mean? So I think it's great what you guys are doing, and it's good to be involved.